A week before my wedding, my family told me that my sister got pregnant by my fiancé and that they would be getting married, so I should step out of their lives. I remember walking into that family meeting thinking it was a surprise bridal shower. I'd even worn my favorite dress. Instead, I walked into an ambush. Both sets of parents sat on the couch looking uncomfortable. Nora was glowing, hand on her barely there bump, and Rob wouldn't even look at me. My dad cleared his throat. Sweetie, we need to talk about the wedding. That's when they told me. Nora had been flirting with Rob for months. He'd eventually given in. Now she was 9 weeks pregnant and they were deeply in love. My mom actually smiled when she said, "You understand, don't you? These things just happen. True love finds a way." I looked at Rob. Say something. He finally met my eyes. "I'm sorry, but I can't marry you now. It wouldn't be right." Wouldn't be right. I laughed. Actually laughed. "You've been sleeping with my sister for months and now you're worried about what's right." Nora touched my arm. I jerked away like she'd burned me. "Don't be dramatic," she said. "You'll find someone else, but this baby needs a father." My dad nodded. "She's right. You need to be the bigger person here. Step aside gracefully." The bigger person. They'd been telling me that my entire life. Every time Nora copied me, every time she threw a tantrum to get what I had to be the bigger person because I was older. But this was my fiancé, my wedding, my life. I stood up, grabbed my purse, and walked out. Nobody followed me. I canceled the wedding alone, returned the dress alone, moved to another state alone. For 2 years, I heard nothing. I blocked them all, changed my number, started over, built a life where I wasn't anyone's doormat. Then last Tuesday happened. I was making coffee when someone knocked. Not a normal knock, desperate, frantic pounding. I opened it, and there stood my mom. She looked like she'd aged a decade, and in her arms was a screaming toddler with Nora's blonde hair and Rob's nose. "Oh, thank God," she gasped. "I didn't know if you still lived here." I just stared. The kid was real. This wasn't some story anymore. This was an actual human being who existed because of what they did. "What do you want?" My voice came out loud. "Please, can we come in? He's been crying for hours and "What do you want, Mom?" Her face crumpled. "Nora left 6 months ago. Just packed a bag one night and disappeared. Rob's working double shifts trying to manage, but he can't afford daycare and the baby won't stop crying and we're too old for this, and so you came to me. You're his aunt. It's your blood. Your family." That word. Family. The same people who'd smiled and told me to step aside so my sister could have my fiancé. "Where's Rob right now?" I asked. "Working. He's trying his best, but he's drowning. We all are. This baby needs, what's his name? Connor. He's 18 months old and he's so sweet, but he needs stability, and we thought maybe you could what? Raise my sister's kid? The kid she had with my fiancé?" Mom started crying. Real tears. Not manipulation. "I know we failed you. I know what we did was unforgivable, but he's innocent in all this. He didn't ask to be born into this mess." I looked at Connor. He'd stopped crying and was staring at me with these huge blue eyes. Innocent. Completely innocent. And that made it worse somehow. "You chose them," I said quietly. "That day, you all chose them. You sat there and smiled and told me to be the bigger person while my entire life fell apart." "I know. Did you ever apologize? Did anyone ever call and say we were wrong? Did Rob ever tell you he regretted what he did?" Mom went quiet. "That's what I thought." I stepped back. "Nora abandoned her own kid. Rob can't handle being a single parent, and now you want me to fix it. Please." I spent 2 years being the bigger person, Mom. My whole life, actually. And where did it get me? Connor started fussing again, reaching for her. She bounced him automatically. "He needs you," she whispered. "No, he needs his mother. He needs his father to step up. He needs his grandparents who thought this was such a beautiful love story." I grabbed the door. "He doesn't need the aunt whose life his parents destroyed. You're really gonna turn your back on family?" I almost laughed. "You turned your back on me first. 2 years ago. Remember? That's different. It's not. You made your choice. Now live with it." I started closing the door. Mom stuck her foot out. "What am I supposed to do?" she cried. "Figure it out." Like I had to. I closed the door. Through the wood, I heard Connor crying again. Heard my mom's footsteps slowly walking away. I stood there for 10 minutes, forehead pressed against the door, listening to the silence. Part of me wanted to open it, wanted to help that innocent kid who never asked for any of this. But the bigger part, the part that had to cancel wedding vendors alone, that had to explain to friends why there was no wedding, that had to rebuild everything from scratch, that part kept the door closed. I'm not the bigger person anymore. I'm done.